That is where we left off with a grinning Hamilton, no longer dead, looking at each and every one of you. You witness Hamilton lick his lips briefly and go, my. Seems we all have grown after our little trip. And I see you all have made some new friends. Hi, my name, for those who don't know me, my name is Amanda. They shoved fast food down my throat.
What's fast food?
It was 10 years ago. I don't remember. I think it was mashed potatoes. But it
Wait,
stopped my breathing, and now here we are.
wait, y'all killed her with potatoes?
Okay, look, in my defense, we had a lot going on at the time.
You killed her so bad she decided to become a guy?
Well, I'm not sure about that part.
And he kind of looks over to Amanda. Potatoes?
Oh, you
Yeah.
boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I guess I could see
potatoes.
why you'd come back. I'd be kind of pissed off too if someone killed me with potatoes.
See, thank you. Finally, somebody that understands. Perhaps you would like to help avenge my death.
Well, I mean, I don't even know you. I just think it's kind of messed up. I mean, potatoes? Could have at least, like, stabbed her or something.
That
He
would have been
deserved
more
it.
peaceful.
No, I'm not avenging anyone's death. I'm sorry. That's not me.
That's a shame. Guess I'll have to do it myself. Everyone roll initiative.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh,
Fuck my life.
all right.
Hmm.
Okay. Not good.
Kiltath just, huh?
Finally, a good initiative for once.
No, I keep rolling dirt. Welcome to the bottom of the initiative order, Lady Caleria.
Oh, finally, a good roll for me. I don't have to go first.
We start combat with the newly possessed Hamilton. You see Hamilton clap his hands together, and then he brings his hands apart, and you notice a growing ball of purple energy growing and growing and growing in his hands before it's about the size of a basketball.
Is that good?
And I need everybody in this circle to please make a dexterity saving throw.
I know I'm going to need to do this, so I'm going to totally use Favored by the Gods.
Mm-hmm.
So once per short rest, I roll 2d4 and add that total to the roll to see if I can pass. So
Yeah, go for it.
So I total of 12 now.
Okay.
And can I use inspiration on this?
Suppose you could. Yeah.
How do I what is inspiration? D6 and add it to the roll?
I mean, a DM inspiration is a reroll.
Oh, so I can re-roll again and
Possibly
yeah,
higher.
we're gonna do that then. Well, 12 is as good as it gets.
Okie dokie. Lady Caleria is the only one who succeeded the saving throw.
Yeah.
Everyone takes 38 points of necrotic damage.
Oh
Conscious.
boy.
I am also unconscious.
Except for me.
Floor.
I guess that's one way to start.
Well, the good thing is I do have another idea, kind of like I was telling Emil already about.
Unconscious, consciousent,
Conch isn't.
All right. Those of you who did not just get knocked unconscious by the fireball, notice that after casting this spell, Hamilton / Amanda appears to sort of stumble a little bit, as if casting that spell took a lot out of him. I guess they will then proceed to bonus action Misty Step to Huron, and that will end their turn. Cyril, it's your turn. Make a death saving throw. Okay, Ilarion, it is your turn.
Do you want me to do that as a private roll?
You are not unconscious.
I died.
Oh,
I'm at
oh.
0 hit points.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You are conscious.
Oh yeah. I had 14 hit points before that fireball.
Yeah, do it as a private roll then. Okay, Elquin, you're up.
Well, since I was out of the line of fire, I guess I will shimmy my way towards the commotion.
Yeah, you just hear a giant fucking explosion from over here.
And that's all. I don't know where she.
Okay, Harold, upon witnessing multiple of your allies go down, yeah, you are stunned for this turn. You, upon watching the fireball blast go off and watching 4 of your comrades fall, you are just completely overtaken by your trauma, and you just sit there hyperventilating this turn.
Less sitting and more just on either one knee or both knees. He's covered in blood. just like deadpan stare, just going, "What the fuck?"
KT, please make a death saving throw. Okay. Vel, please make a death saving throw. Okay. Does Feanor do anything?
Wait, was he supposed to make a roll too for the dex?
Technically yes, but I forgore, so.
I also forego. I'm pretty sure he would try to jump out the window and help.
Bash.
So I guess I can have him make an attack roll or something.
We can certainly attempt that. Panthers do have big movement speed, so.
That is true. Well, that's a nat 1.
Yeah, Feanor does not.
No.
He does not do it.
He catches some mist. Yeah.
He does. He bites the air right before Hamilton reapparates and is just very confused all of a sudden.
I guess that'll be it.
Next up, we have the Lady Caleria, who is going to move and then attempt to shoot an 8th level chromatic orb at Amandleton, which you see her start to cast this green orb. And right before it makes contact with Amandleton, you just hear and see it bounce off a shield and instead hit the side of the house. You see the side of the house just sort of erode away. She will then take her bonus action to do a mass healing word on the party, which is going to be everybody is in range. So that's gonna be 12 points of healing to the party. Brings us back to Amandleton's turn, who will kind of just is breathing somewhat heavily. Goes, this body is still too fragile. Goes, simply flashes a smile at the party and goes, we will mate again, and will proceed to cast a spell to get her out of here. As you notice, they go shoop, 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 and just teleport out of existence.
Okay, I can see why you use potatoes.
Admittedly, that was a bit of a last-ditch effort, but yes, you can see what we were dealing with some time ago.
So, how I look around, how's everyone doing? Because I know I just got swashbuckled with a giant fireball.
If you look,
Oh.
Harold's still in the can of state he is.
Cyril's
Yeah.
having some floor time.
I don't think anyone is looking particularly good except maybe Elquin.
I'm looking like full health, not a fireball,
Oh.
flame burnt patch in sight.
When the fireball happened, anything that my echo was picking out of the corpses at that time fell to the ground with a clang. If you didn't need more indication something was happening in the other room.
Yes. Lady Caleria kind of looks at the party and is like, anyone want to tell me why your friend just attacked us? Anybody? She is like readying a spell, like getting ready to fight the party. Just very wary.
Alarian's gonna run up the wall and kind of get out of eyesight the best he can.
Can
I don't know.
can Hamilton come out of his state?
Hamilton can come out of his state, yes.
I mean Harold.
The other
Harold.
age.
Harold can come out of his state.
Hamilton
But,
is
but
out of
can
his state.
also Hamilton come out of that state? 'Cause we don't like it.
Harold just kind of as he kind of comes to back to reality, snaps back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
I mean-
He just shakily goes, that was not our friend. Our friend is dead.
Do you care to
I
elaborate?
thought
It
she
was
was the
pretty
one that
alive.
tried to res him and it didn't work.
Uh,
So wouldn't she have known, kinda?
Yeah, she was there.
She was there, yeah, but she doesn't necessarily understand.
Right.
She just
Do any of
understands
us-
that Hamilton got resurrected, and then Hamilton proceeded to attack everybody.
do any of us really know what happened? Like,
Ilarion kind of does. Ilarion recognized that the soul that came back was not Hamilton's.
Did Harold ask that out loud? Sorry.
yes.
So that thing that I kind of mentioned to our friend here who looks like she's ready to kill us after helping us, I said that it didn't seem like it was his soul anymore, and that if there was still something in there. So I'm pretty sure that other something that was in there was this Amanda that y'all killed with potatoes. She's not happy.
Okay, I feel like the potato part was not really the major contribution. It was mostly the sheep wanted to take over the world.
Oh no, this gives me very, very, very deep insight to each and every one of you that has dealt with her in the past.
Oh yes, this is the root of the issue.
But so yeah, right. That whole resurrection thing, you kind of brought not your friend back.
So I turn to Lady Caleria and just go, yeah, I appreciate the effort, but now we have to kill our friend. Otherwise, the world is doomed again.
My condolences. I'm sorry, I'm just really not sure what to make of this whole thing.
Don't worry, neither do we. It's kind of a first. But yeah, we'll and the whole time Harold is speaking, he's not making eye contact. He's just kind of staring off, and he's just gonna go, "Yeah, we'll just kind of deal with it."
I don't really know what to say other than I'm grateful that you helped here. Yeah, you know, I'd offer my resources to you, and they're not particularly mine to give away.
What?
Then how can you call them your resources?
Also, you own this house, don't you?
Technically, my father does, but you know, semantics.
Who is your father?
My father's name is Lord Amar, but you know I haven't seen him in a few years.
Can I use like maybe history of some sort and see if like that name rings a bell at all?
Sure, 18. Okay, yeah, Lord Amar is definitely the wealthiest. You recognize the name as the wealthiest noble in the city of Akrale, which is the city that you are currently in.
Okay. I mean, if you're asking her who her dad is, because you know we're gonna see if we can go get resources from him to help save the world. I mean, the dude's loaded. So I mean, if you tell him if you don't help us, you know, we can't get there. The world's gonna blow up and we're all gonna die. You can't take any of it with you. Trust us, we know. Or you help us out and you get to keep all your stuff. I mean, it's really just as simple as that, right?
Oh yeah, so I suppose.
Would you be so kind as to give us an introduction?
If y'all can manage to find him, I'll give you more than an introduction. Problem is, I haven't seen him in 3 goddamn years. I don't know where he is.
We can talk about that later. Anyone else have any ideas?
At this point, no, I don't. Like, I wish I did, but at this point, my only idea is to go back to the bar and get drunk.
Oh, I mean, we can totally do that tonight. Don't worry.
Cyril is going to like raise an arm up off the floor and to hold up a hand. I also vote for a long night's sleep.
You have just been laying on the floor this whole time.
I told you I'm having floor time.
You know, fair.
I mean, Ilarian's still standing on the side of the wall, so we're all doing our weird crap.
Harold will just go over to Cyril and kind of just pick him up.
Oh, okay. Suppose we're doing this now.
Yeah, just kind of reaches down, picks him up by like the waistband or something like that, and he's just kind of like a bag of groceries.
Ooh, that's putting a lovely stretch on my back.
Back to the bar. Yes.
Did we loot all
I
these
mean,
boys? All
I
the
don't
bad
see
boys?
why not. Lady Cleria, would you like to join us?
I don't mind if I do. I could use a drink myself. Thank you.
I was
And
gonna
then,
say your house isn't gonna get fixed overnight, so you might as well just let off some steam.
I mean, if you have
Yeah.
enough people casting mending on it, there's a chance.
You're not wrong.
He is. He's just gonna start walking towards the bar. Is the guard captain around?
Guard captain is around. She did survive.
Okay. I just kind of meet eyes with the guard captain. I kind of point at her, and then I to get her attention. And when she's looking at me, I just kind of go bar.
She nods at you and goes, "Yeah, it's that kind of day. Knock yourself out."
You come?
She thinks for a second and is just like, fuck it. Why not? Yeah, I'll go.
And so Harold's just gonna keep on walking towards the bar. He's just every person he passes, he's just gonna invite them to the bar. If no one stops him, he's just gonna keep going.
Oh no, Ilarian's he's gonna see this shit through. He's not stopping anything. He might even go out and try to go and gather extra people at some point if you keep doing it.
Outside of the circle of the battle you just fought, most people decline your invitation to go to the bar.
Can I stand in like the town circle or square if it's on the way to the bar and start like trying to have a prose convincing people to go to the bar? I'm going to kind of recall the tales that we've gone through the last day and how the town needs to come together and support one another because, you know, it's been one of those days. And today is the day that we support the bartender. And then, yeah.
Honestly, that was very convincing. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Can I get that at advantage?
Sure, because you asked nicely.
Oh, thank you.
And how many points do I need to pass?
I feel that people saying no to Harold is because he's just carrying Cyril by the belt all the way to the bar.
Yeah, kind of looking at him like he's a little crazy. Yeah, you break off about halfway to go to the town square. I assume you like mention along.
Oh yeah, I want to see what happens to this bar once we get it packed.
Well, given the usual amount of people we have in there, you could say the bar is pretty low. Haha.
Valerian is at the town square for about 30 minutes trying to get people to go to the bars. Definitely get a solid amount of people to go to the bars. And eventually, y'all gather once again at the bars. The bartender already has a round of drinks ready for the group as she looks somberly and goes and thinks to herself, just like they lost another one. And they look really fucked up. They look like they need this drink.
Harold opens his wallet and starts putting gold coins on the counter.
Just a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of them.
Fair.
See how much has he got?
I'm
looking. I have 36 gold on my character. He puts 5 gold on the counter and just looks at the bartender, whose name is
Mira?
Myra.
Look at her and go, whatever, how much this will buy.
She looks at you with a very somber look and just nods at you and she goes, "I'll start you off with 1."
Okay.
She goes and sits back down.
Oh boy, I can't wait for my character to start making con save rolls.
When do you put me down, by the way? or is this a is this a friend on hand kind of night?
Yes.
After about an hour of does anyone have RP things they would like to do? I'm gonna poke you with the RP stick. Do RP things.
Can I use my RP to refill my HP?
You're gonna get a long rest and hold your horses.
I don't trust you.
You're gonna get a long rest. Hold your fucking horses.
Is this the bar over here?
That is the bar.
All right, I'm just sitting here.
If you've still got a handle on Cyril, I guess I'm here.
Yes, you are here.
Here, I'm on there, and I'll have my echo next to me.
It'd be funny if, I'm just one hand's holding the echo, one hand's holding.
I was gonna suggest that, but then you'd have no hand for your drink.
Yeah, it's a sippy cup with a silly straw.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're just holding me off the ground, the echo will have my drink and have help me sip from it.
At some point, I'll realize that I'm still holding you and just go, sorry, and put you down. But Harold is just sitting over here, just.
So how lively is it whenever Alarian comes in then?
It is fairly light. Like it's a packed tavern. I'm not adding 20 NPCs for the virtual
that's
table.
fair.
But it's pretty packed. Yeah.
He's gonna come in and try to get people hyped up even more. So he's gonna when he walks in, he'll go. I think I have 15 gold. He'll go and throw another 3 gold for the bartender and just tell her to keep them coming for everyone, and then just go and try to be the life of the party.
All right. After about 30 minutes of partying, you notice a very interesting individual pop into the tavern. A hill dwarf carrying a lantern on his shoulder.
A hill dwarf.
A hill dwarf carrying a lantern on his shoulder.
What corner?
Right by the door.
Oh, right here.
That's him. He just sort of walks in and looks around for a second.
Well, then I'll just mosey right on up to him and hand him an ale.
All right. Emil, do you accept the ale?
I look up at the person handing me the ale because I'm sure they're much taller than me.
I'm like just north of 6 foot.
Thank you, stranger, but I do not drink.
Oh, come on. Look at
Whoa.
this. We everyone here is drinking tonight. It may not be
I
alcohol, but
prefer
you have something, right?
a nice glass of milk.
Well, go right up to the bartender and just tell her that the devilishly handsome fellow over here with the fangs sent you over, and she'll get you some milk.
I look at him very closely upon him saying that. Excuse me, but you
Oh my god.
are alive, aren't you?
I mean,
Like, have you?
so
You do not.
what is
reek of death.
alive?
Are you a creature of the night?
Not really. I
have
can
you
walk around
died
in the day
before?
just fine.
Why are your eyes glowing so red right now?
Well, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, no. Go get you some milk. Go join everyone. And I start kind of pointing all of the people out in the party, and I kind of just name them off. I don't care if he's listening or not, a little inebriated, and I just point everyone in the party out and just tell them to go say hi to them.
I'm going to act like I was listening to the names and nod and kind of be a little respectful, but since he's acting like he's kind of had a few too many already, I'll just do the respectful thing of I'm not really listening, but I appreciate your talking, and I will make my way to the bar. If there is an empty seat next to Harold, I would also like to occupy that seat.
There is an empty seat next to Harold.
Is this seat taken, sir?
No, Harold does the whole turn to expect to see somebody and then looks down, not condescendingly, just goes, "No, it is not, stranger. Come." And he passed the seat.
I prop myself up on the seat and lay my lantern next to me, and I will ask him how he knows the vampire. How did you come across that man up? He pointed you out and said your name was Harold, I believe?
Yes, my name is
So
Harold.
just
I
to
stick out
throw
my
it out
hand and I
there,
say, "Nice to meet you, I'm Felix."
What were you going to say, Yoshi?
I realized I interrupted, and I apologize. I was going to go type it in. That's my fault. No, I
okay.
was just going to say nobody actually knows that I'm a vampire yet, other than now Hamilton's character. I haven't said anything, so this will be interesting.
Well, no, not okay. I just it's the whole I hint that you're a vampire because I'm looking at you and it's you're giving off vampire vibes right now, sir. But regardless, I still ask about how he knows the character up front that's greeting everybody at the door.
He is Harold just kind of looks up, just kind of looking at the ceiling for a second. I go, "Acquaintance? I'm gonna be 100%. Kind of just met him today. But really handy in a fight. So there's that. Yeah. He's weird eye color, but we had, and he just says had 2 or 3 times. Just says had party member that had eyes before, so I just thought that was a thing. Imagine having eyes,
Well, you have eyes, but I can't help but you seem distraught, and you mentioned had a party member. And you said that he's good in battle. Did you lose a comrade in battle today?
Today? Yes, we did. Today. Yeah.
I apologize, and I'm gonna kind of do the thing of putting your hand on someone's shoulder comfortingly and try to let Harold know that even though you just met me, I'm sympathetic to your loss and that what you're going through is going to be okay. And I need to say that before I say my next part because I feel like my voice and everything's going to kind of make it sound like I'm not that. But they say that it's not necessarily bad to lose friends, and one should honor their memories and what they stood for. Now, if you would like, you can share memories of your fallen comrade with me tonight, and I assure you, he will find his way in the next world.
I'd like that. It's kind of different from where I'm from. Yeah, where I'm from, everybody's dead. The last of my clan. So before that, we usually sat around a campfire and spilled stories of remembrance. Haven't had to have that in quite some time. Don't really know how to process this. And he just kind of looks over and just kind of goes, "Everyone over here, we will have stories of Hamilton." And that's to everybody in the bar.
At this point, Cyril will pipe up from where Harold is still holding him, because I'm going to say this happens before you put him down. I'll say, I can talk about the time that he almost killed me with an ice knife.
Which time?
Yes! I assume that's when Harold realizes he's still holding on to Cyril, so Cyril will
Yes.
stand up after that.
Harold will just kind of so Felix is on one side of Harold. All of a sudden he just sees Harold go, huh? Oh. And then all of a sudden he pulls up the other hand and just kind of goes, sorry. And Felix for the first time just sees me pick Cyril up above the thing and just goes, this is Cyril, and sets him down.
Hello! That was a wonderful stretch, my friend. We have to do that again sometime. And from out behind Cyril will step his echo to hand him his drink.
Wait, there's two
Uh,
of you? Or
yes!
is that a
Don't
twin?
get confused.
Well,
Just and I turn to Felix and I go, just so you like, I don't get confused. I just assume that's his twin.
Cyril will gesture to his echo and say, "Hello, this is me." And the echo will raise a hand and wave.
So it's Cyril, and he points to the echo and goes, and me?
No, not you, me.
No, that's what I said, was me. Well, attendant, can I have some milk, please?
Coming right up.
If I heard correctly, you said your name was Felix. Well, no, this is not Felix. This is me. You are Felix.
Oh, I'm gonna try to say this as quietly as I can, so just Harold hears me and goes, "You always like this?"
Yes, he is.
Very eccentric.
But good in a fight.
If Felix did not see it before now, he will now notice the weird looking eyes and weird looking hair and weird looking everything.
Just weird looking.
Just, I don't know how to. I don't know. You're the second weird creature I've seen, and I apologize, not creature. You're the second weird person I've come across tonight. So what's your story? Because the person up there, I didn't really ask what his story was, but he seems very friendly, and I could probably ask him later.
Cyril, in this reply, sounds the most genuine anyone has ever heard him. Well, I do believe I come from several hundred years ago, after my village burned to the ground. I disappeared into the Feywild and reappeared some 15 years ago.
Oh, okay. That explains what's going on there. Okay.
Cyril quickly turns to his echo and there's some muttering under his breath and turns back and say, yeah, that about covers it. As if none of this was the strangest thing to ever happen to a mortal on this plane.
I believe there are many things that have happened that are stranger than the tales we are told when we are young ones. And not all of them are necessarily tales, and some of the tales are just mere fragments and minuscule touches of what really happened.
Cyril will hold up his mug of something and say, well, I suppose I agree with you on that. Cheers to that, and take a big drink.
Have I gotten my milk?
You, at this point, the bartender finishes pouring your milk.
I will hold my milk up, like the little the kid with the sippy cup at the bar. And
Sippy cup?
well, not
Sippy
sippy
cup.
cup, but
Oh my
I
God.
hold the non-alcoholic drink up to all the other alcoholic drinks.
Wait,
It
is it-
seems like you all had a rough day or rough go of things of late. And I'll specifically look to Harold again and say, you said you cannot mourn, or you haven't been able to mourn, but know that you may mourn now, and it is okay to mourn. And I'll take a long gulp of milk.
As you start
No,
taking
no.
your gulp of milk, that's a bunch of people a bunch of drunk tavern patrons just go, yeah, chug, 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 chug.
I put the cup down. I go, you don't chug milk. It will solidify in your stomach and you'll die. But yeah, you don't chug the drink I'm drinking. But if you're talking, and I'll point to Cyril. If you're talking to Cyril, and I point to the echo, me, then yes, those two can chug all they want.
And,
Everyone just kind of looks confused now.
from the back of the crowd. Again, not me. Not you. It's me.
Everyone in the tavern just looks more confused now. They're too drunk to process it, so they just kind of go back to drinking themselves and hanging out with whoever they were hanging out with. Anything else before we wrap up this night? Harold, at this point you've probably had like 7 drinks.
The bartender has just been giving them.
Mm-hmm. You paid for the drinks. She's gonna keep giving you the drinks.
She ain't driving anywhere.
Yeah. So
He's
okay.
driving to his bed, all right.
Okay. Yeah. 7 drinks.
Assuming you have just been drinking the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Just when you're not talking, you're just
Like,
drinking.
me and the bartender have had an understanding that if I ever have had a empty glass, it was supposed to be refilled immediately.
Okay, cool. Yeah, in that case, yeah, about 7 drinks.
Had a drink in your hand since you woke up, huh?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
I did not ask you to do that, but congratulations, you did that. Yeah, you're holding your liquor surprisingly well. At least the best that the bartender's seen before.
Yeah.
She hands you an 8th drink and goes, "This is the last one that your gold paid for."
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Just don't throw up in the room, okay?
I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
I'll aim for the window.
She does the Vrinir sound. She goes before going and catching up with the rest of her customers that she needs to take care of. And then anyone have any last minute RP they'd like to do before bed or nah?
Cyril's gonna make sure that Harold gets to bed all right.
Probably a good idea. Yeah, with your
Don't have the
assist-
right the right spell prepared because I don't have lesser restoration, but I probably would have tried to cast that on him at some point.
He'll need it in the
But I
morning.
don't have it prepared, so it
So does KT just come up, put an arm on the shoulder, and just go like, not even telling me that you're doing it, just goes, I know how hard it can be.
Now listen, I know it's been a bad day. It's been real rough. Puts an arm around his
What
shoulder.
the fuck are you?
Wait.
Racist,
You
you're a
haven't seen the
lizard.
lizard yet.
Yeah, because I've been on the other side of the bar.
I'll turn to Felix and goes, he's just a little guy on his birthday.
I'm just a little guy on my birthday.
No.
I still have a wild shape
no.
left, right?
No,
That's a
that's not
question
a little
for
guy.
you.
I'm
Yes,
a
I
little
do. Oh,
guy.
because I
He's
own the
like
wild shape
5
once.
feet taller than me.
I look him deep in his eyes and hold him by his arms and say, listen, I'm just a little guy on his birthday. And then I turn into a rat.
Oh, you're one of those. I mean, are you always a lizard though?
I squeak in affirmation.
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure. Do druids understand languages in wild shape? I do not remember.
They should.
I thought so.
That makes sense. I don't remember. I'm going to look it up.
I'm pretty sure you keep your mental stat block as a wild shape.
Yeah, I know you can't. I know you can speak the languages of the animal.
I speak rat. I'm fluent in rat.
There you go. We'll say you understand language, but you just peep out a little squeak. Yeah.
I don't know if that means yes or no, but good for you.
Just the rest of the night, you remain a rat.
For like, I
Rat.
think 3 hours because of my druid level. I wish I could be a rat all night.
So Alarian would like to talk to Lady Caleria later after she's had some drinks. If nobody else has any other RP to go through first.
My very important role play.
Of
Squeak,
rat.
squeak. Squeak, squeak.
Let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get ourselves into.
Oh, you never know how many of these citizens are Thieves Guild members. Everyone roll for initiative.
Oh God, not again, not again.
What is the initiative modifier for a rat?
No,
It is based on that.
I don't think it's great.
not good. Yeah,
I'm fucking kidding anyways, Jesus Christ.
Are you?
I
I mean, a rat in a bar, I'm pretty sure the bartenders and barmaids and all the people would try to be shooing you out of there. They don't want rats in their establishment.
That's a good point.
Secret rat.
Secret rat.
The bartender
Secret
watched
rat.
Keelteth turn into the rat, though, so she knows that the rat is actually a lizard. That's a
long as-
fucking sentence.
As long as I behave, I won't be thrown out.
Yeah.
All right, so KT is gonna get thrown out in like 5 minutes. Got it.
I do a rat dance.
Bartender looks at you and just like, can you go back into not rat form, please? We don't need a surprise visit from the health inspector while you're in that form.
On the most dejected look a rat can have on his little face. And then I turn back.
Thank you.
Why do you hate fun? Also, what health inspector is going to come in here in the middle of a party?
You would be surprised.
That's a diligent health inspector.
Oh yeah, the health inspectors are serious in this part of the world. I'm imagining this conversation is happening between you and the bartender.
Yes, correct.
Sorry, like you can be a lizard all you want. I draw the line at rat.
I can be a lizard then.
Yeah, if you want to be a lizard, you can be a lizard. Just
What's the matter
not
with
rat.
rats? What's wrong with rats?
They're known to carry diseases, and they're not great. Well, if they're pets, they're very cleanly. But most people have the false assumption that rats are just carriers of carrion and disease, so they'll assume that this place is now infected. So that's why.
Another
Yeah,
rat
what the dwarf
appreciator.
said.
A man of culture who understands.
I mean,
the
you're
appeal of the
having this
rat.
conversation literally like 5 or. If I hear something I have knowledge of, I will enlighten those around me. Get it? Cause and I point to the lantern. Light.
Actually, point of order. What's with the lantern?
Oh, yeah. You want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
I turn the light off on the lamp, and then I turn it back on through sheer mind power.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's nothing fancy. It's just a lantern.
Keelteth, as he does that, you notice your artifact pulse almost in synchronization with the lantern.
There's something odd with that lantern.
I don't know what you mean by that. Do you not know the story of Atheon and the first journey of the souls?
You vaguely recognize the name as being in the same pantheon as Lyrithra, but you don't know much else about him.
It rings a bell.
This staff is alleged to be the first lantern dropped by Atheon on his first crossing. So it's got great ties to my lord and my what would it be? The master? Not master. My god. My patron. Well, not patron, but
Well,
my
patron's kind
god.
of a loaded word.
Your
now that I think
deity.
about
Patron
it.
would be more warlocky, but like it's my god, I guess.
Yeah, your god, your deity, all of the above.
I just was thinking if there was a better word than that, but yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, no, it's just a magic light that will shine the darkness and is meant to help light the way of lost souls. I feel like Keelteth's about to eat my face off right now.
Just contemplating that lantern, because I feel like I should recognize it.
You definitely feel some sort of pull to it, but at the same time almost a repulsion to it.
It makes me deeply uncomfortable. Sorry to say.
I mean, death has a way of making everyone feel uncomfortable, but it is a necessary in life, or necessity in life.
I see. So that's his realm of influence, huh?
I mean, yes, he is the barrier of souls of some sort, as some may refer to him as. I mean, is there any reason why you would be disturbed by this? Other than the fact that it's Atheon and he's known to be the ferryman of souls, I don't see why that would be a problem for most people.
I just feel a deep sense of disquiet.
I mean, you know that your own artifact is related to
okay.
the goddess of life, pretty much. So the lantern being from the god of death, allegedly.
That's why I'm being a little bit cagey about it. I don't want him to know this.
Fair.
Well, that's why I'm trying to pry it out of you because I want you to know
great
this.
disquiet from it, just in case. I don't know this dwarf.
I don't know
That's
this
fair.
lizard.
This is not my dwarf. This is not my house.
This isn't my lizard.
This is
This
not
isn't my
house.
wizard lizard. I mean, if you want to know more, I'm more than happy to share tales. But I feel bad that you're perturbed by my lantern.
Think nothing of it. Just have a good night.
Is Harold still next to me?
Yep.
Should I be worried? Did I upset them?
As I walk off, I clutch the hand that has the ring on my finger.
I'm gonna be.
Do I notice that?
Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
No.
Then yes.
I was gonna say I have a passive perception of fucking 18. I see all.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not having a great time. I half recognize that he has a deity in direct opposition of mine. And
I mean,
direct
I don't know your
relationship.
deity, but you know,
Not
I will
necessarily
say-
in direct opposition.
Life and death. Well, I guess two sides of the same coin.
I mean, he's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're in the same, like, you know that they're in the same pantheon along with a third deity. But yes, Felix does notice KT grab the ring, grab her own ring. Ilarian, you had stuff you wanted to talk to Lady Caleria about.
Yeah, only whenever everyone else is finished, if they're okay with that. I didn't want to take up too long or anything.
Go ahead. Go. Do your thing.
I say, yeah, I'll go and once she's been there for a little bit and she kind of seems like she's, I guess, as relaxed as she might be, I'm gonna kind of just saunter right on up.
Okay.
Lady Caleria, I told you that I'd come back a little bit later and talk with you for a little bit, if that's all right.
She gestures towards an open seat, be my guest.
I will walk behind her and pull her chair out,
Very,
if she allows it, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna do all the old school chivalry stuff.
Very, very kind of you, Mr.
L.
Mr. L.
Short for Ilarian,
Mr. L.
whichever you'd prefer.
L quite like Ilarian. Ilarian.
Then so be it. And I'll take my seat and I'll make sure that we have some drinks or whatever that she wants at the table if she wants anything. I assume the bartender's just going to keep throwing drinks at us for the gold that we gave him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gave her, sorry. So you mentioned earlier when you were talking about your father, if you will accept my prying, you said that you hadn't seen him for 3 years, or nobody has seen him for 3 years.
I haven't seen him for 3 years. I don't really know about anyone else. You know, he hasn't been in the city for 3 years at the very least.
Would you be open to having just a small conversation about this? I just want to make sure it's not going to upset you before I continue forward. If so, we can just sit and reminisce for a little bit of the day's events.
No, I don't mind.
I guess the couple of questions I have, because to be fair, from what it sounds like with the guys and gals and the others and all of the cool companions that we came up against today, they made it sound like they have a pretty big mission ahead of them, and it does sound like we might need some help. And I figured there might be a way that we can locate your father, if you would be interested in pursuing this.
I mean, if y'all want to try to locate him, be my guest. I'm really not sure I have any leads for you. That'll be useful.
We don't always need a whole lot of information to go off of, so I guess that's a plus in this situation. Do you recall what he was supposed to be doing the last time you saw him?
Last time I saw him, he just said that he had to go on a trip. I think I want to say it was to Shadowguard Keep, but I don't remember.
Did he did he recall, or do you recall him mentioning why he had to go?
No, he didn't really tell me why. He just said he had to go and he would be back later.
Did he go alone, or did he go with any other acquaintances that you know of?
Yeah, he took a few people with him. Not very many.
Were they just like friends, or were they employees or acquaintances? I guess I'm just kind of trying to figure out if there might be someone else that we could go talk to that your dad interacted with on the regular that we could go get some more information from.
I mean, we really just kind of. He mainly tried to stick in his own social circle, you know, the other nobles and stuff. He is very, very picky about who he spent his time with.
I can empathize with that, so I can understand. Do you happen to know what kind of different Well, I guess first I say I'm making an assumption that being noble, your father probably has endeavors in different businesses throughout the city, if not further out. Do you happen to know what kind of business ventures your father was in, if any?
Yeah, the family business is magic.
Okay.
So, you
And
know,
he,
it's been a few years. The memories are kind of fuzzy.
and he just up and left and never came back, huh?
Yeah, that's
How
the way of it.
do you remember how he traveled? Was it by coach, by magical means?
By foot.
So he walked.
Yes.
Okay. Walked everywhere?
Anywhere that was able to be walked, he walked.
Okay.
Didn't want to draw too much attention to himself on the road as a noble, so he tried to blend in with the not noble crowd.
And I guess a couple more questions, and then I can let you go.
What is this, an interrogation?
I mean, yes and no. It gives me an excuse to kind of talk to you and get to know you a little better without the awkwardness of walking up to a woman such as yourself and like just saying, "Hey, let's chat."
Did you just call asking this person questions an interrogation?
Did I call it that?
Yeah,
No.
I'm pretty sure you just did. She asked if this was an interrogation. You said yes and no.
Well, I mean, it could be if that's how you view it. I can't.
I'm
I can't
Felix, by the
change
way. I
how.
start waving like from. Oh,
I
but
can't. I can't tell. I can't speak for her and her feelings. So
well, well, if you could, that would be kind of weird. But you know, a little controlling in my opinion as well.
I would
Sorry, I
agree.
don't mean to derail. I'm just making my way
Um,
around the bar, doing rounds, seeing if everyone needs to talk to me.
And you are?
I'm Felix. Felix Grant. I just got into town. This guy greeted me at the door. It's kind of weird, but you know, it seems to be on the up and up. Maybe I don't know. Something just seems off about him.
no, I mean, there's a lot of stuff off about me. I'm an open book.
We could talk about this later. I feel like you're busy with, and you
Boy,
are.
Alarian will stand and introduce Lady Caleria to Felix.
I am, in fact, Lady Caleria.
Just mine. If he's bothering you too much, let me know, and I'll see if I can do something about it. He is taller than me, so
Illyrian kind of chuckles quietly.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. You know, it is getting quite late. Should probably, you know, head to bed, given that I nearly died today. But hey.
from the sounds of it, you're not the only one that was close to death. I was talking to one of their other compatriots. They lost somebody, and he's taking it very hard. But I feel it's healthy for him to grieve in his own way. Did you
Oh.
lose anybody today?
Oh, probably about 15 of my best men and women.
I'm sorry to hear that. Would you like to talk about that?
Not particularly.
Understandable. It's my apologies. I don't mean to intrude. Just everyone
No,
handles
it's
grief
okay.
differently, and you know, I find that if you need to talk to somebody, so it doesn't matter who, you just need an ear sometimes.
No, I understand. Thank you.
Considering how much taller Illyrian is than Felix, Felix will like slap his butt and be like, "All yours, champ."
Lady Caleria, would you require an escort on the way home, or are you safe to travel?
Oh no, I can just teleport myself back home.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, granted, half of my house is burned down and the other half is got, you know, melted away by acid, so maybe I'll just stay in the tavern for tonight.
Well, we'll cover your room for you then.
You don't have to.
It's already been done.
She owns the tavern.
Probably. And before you head off to bed, I do have one more nagging question.
Please.
Is there anything that your dad may have like carried on him that seemed like really important to him? A memento, anything of that nature that you can remember?
His sword was of great sentimental value to him. He never went anywhere without it. Gorgeous, gorgeous looking rapier.
So out of curiosity, I guess, what made it so special, and could you describe it to me? And the only reason I ask is because I also enjoy the more intricate of lifestyle. Like you've seen my picture, obviously, Taco. Look, you know that. But then I pull out the rapier and I show her the intricate detailing on the wooden handle versus metal and all that.
That is a gorgeous one, and I'm afraid I can't really help you. I really don't remember what it looked like. I never got super great looks at it.
If you could humor me, I guess, could you spend just about 5 or 6 seconds or so and maybe try to think back? And if she agrees, I would also like to cast guidance on her.
I can try, but I'm not sure how good I'll be. She thinks for a second and goes, "It was black handle? No, red handle. Yes, yeah, red handle." And I think about as long as yours, but that's really all of it that I can remember.
That is wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And I look forward to seeing you again.
We'll see.
And yeah, Larian will just walk away.
By this point, the rest of the party has all but gone to bed pretty much. Midway through that conversation, you notice Harold's head towards the rooms, look down the hallway for a bit, and then just solemnly leave the tavern. But otherwise, everyone's pretty much gone to bed.
Unfortunately, Ilarian's gonna have to go and see if he can find Harold. So he's
Okay.
gonna leave. He's gonna go outside as well. About how long ago did he leave?
Probably about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go out anyway. And
Go
I don't
ahead
think.
and roll a perception check at
Okay.
disadvantage.
Oh, see, I was gonna see if I could go nature and actually track his footprints, but I'll go perception. That's fine. Disadvantage, you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't finding shit.
I'm just gonna take a walk around the tavern at least, at minimum.
Okay. Yeah, you take a walk around the tavern looking for Harold. You find maybe a couple animals, but that's about it. No
Okay.
Harold.
I can't remember which room I went in, so I just went into one that I could get into and shut the door.
Understandable. Well then, does anyone have any more business before it is long rest time? We will take that as a no. Everyone is good to do a long rest on their characters. Did everyone take their long rest?
Yes.
Yes.
The most unnecessary long rest a character has ever taken.
The rest of
Hey.
the party was dead.
I was full health, thank you.
Everyone was
If it weren't for Lady Caleria, I might be actually dead.
Harold might have even more trauma.
Yeah.
I mean, Amanda ran away anyway, but, it was scary.
A Mandleton.
Y'all wake up bright and early in the morning. Well, not bright and early. Y'all wake up at like 10
Frackin' noon.
Hang on.
crack of noon, hanging on. Y'all go to the tavern, and you notice that Harold has this morning he has prepared his charcuterie board, and is reading the newspaper at the table, and that is the first sight you see when you exit your rooms.
I'll walk over to Harold and I will give him a once over look to see has he slept?
He has slept.
Does he look like he is running on fumes, or is he he's maybe slept on a bad bed or something, just has a kink in his, or does he look like he had the most refreshing 8 hours he's had?
Definitely. He looks like he has had a very deep sleep the night before.
Okay.
Very, very deep sleep.
I will then sit next to him.
Okay.
Unless he tells me to go away.
He's just reading his newspaper. So he's just he kind of just puts the paper down, looks at Felix, and just goes, good morning. Good morning. I have procured a board of fruits and cheeses and whatnot if you would like to partake for breakfast.
I'd very much appreciate that, and I'll have a small helping of the charcuterie board.
I then turn to him. I go, get what you can while you can. The lizard will eat the entire board.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised by that, but
No, I mean the board included. We'll probably eat
it. That sounds very bad for digestive health, but I'm not an expert in lizards. Upon seeing Cyril and the Echo walk out, I'm gonna actually go up to to them
Oh,
is this like? And I like poke the echo. Like, is it tangible, or does my
Yes.
hand like go through him?
the echo is fully tangible and feels almost like a person.
It's solid, but it doesn't feel like.
It feels like skin would yield as expected, and metal is metal, leather is leather. Feels like you're touching a pane of glass also.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about. Raise your left hand for me.
The echo raises his right hand.
Does Cyril also raise his right hand? Or...
No, Cyril raises his left hand.
Huh. Like, do you guys just mirror, like, and then I point to Cyril, I go, what about you? Like, pat your head with one hand. I don't care which one.
Cyril will pat his head with one hand, his left hand.
Does the echo start doing it as well?
No, you only ask Cyril to do so, so the echo does not move.
Okay, interesting. And I point to the echo, do jumping jacks.
The echo will put down the anything kind of clunky on it, and just do a couple light jumping jacks to the side here.
Does Cyril also do them, or does the echo behave independently?
The echo does. The echo just does them. No, Cyril does not.
Oh, weird. I'm fascinated to learn more about you, but like, what happened?
Oh, fell in a magic tree.
Mhm.
Well, I guess it wasn't a magic tree per se. It was the liquid runoff of a magic tree. Cyril will turn to the side to the echo. What was that anyway? And the echo will speak normally. Its mouth is opening and closing, but no sound comes out. And after the echo finishes not speaking, the Cyril will reply, "Oh yeah, no, that makes more sense." And the two of them look at you expectantly.
What did he say? I saw movement, but nothing. No noise came out.
Oh, you didn't hear him? That's very strange. Go on, repeat yourself. And the echo will look at you, and the mouth opening and closing as if speaking, but no sound comes out.
I snap my fingers next to my ear to make sure I can hear. Like, is he like? There's just no noise at all. Like, it's like, I would understand if he was like, I'm gonna dark speech or not dark speech, deep speech at him and say, "Do you understand me?"
But both Cyril and the echo tip their heads at a 45-degree angle opposite from each other and stare at you.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't understand, like, again, movement but no noise. So well, I mean, if it works, it works, I guess. Is that what people say nowadays?
I couldn't possibly tell you what people say nowadays.
I figured. I sit back down.
Cyril and the echo raise a glass of juice in the left and right hand, respectively, as you go to leave. As sort of a good morning.
I give, since I don't have a drink, I just like give the hand wave of like, I'm very puzzled by Cyril and the echo. Harold, do you have any plans for the future, like what you want to do or go see or anything like that?
At this point, he just kind of thinks. You just kind of see him, just gazing off into the distance. I'm kind of just thinking about that. I know that might not be an answer.
Oh,
that
no,
you
no,
understand.
don't get me wrong. Like, I understand that your group's been through a lot, it seems like, and I don't mean to impose. I'm here if you need me, is more of what I'm trying to say.
After all that RP takes place, the guard captain walks back into the tavern and locks eyes with all of you and just goes, "All right, it's time to chat. We need to evaluate some priorities here."
Wait, hold on. What's going on? What am I supposed to be here? Is this like client provider confidentiality stuff?
No, nobody's getting arrested here. She motions for the party to gather around a table. The captain of the guard kind of looks at you and just like, "You were at the party last night. What are you doing here still? Do you know these adventurers? Have you been working?"
I point to Harold and I say, I know him, sort of, because we've talked. I point to Valerian. I know him because he kind of creeps me out. I point to Cyril and the Echo. I know those two because they're kind of weird and they can't be separated, it looks like. I know the lizard is disturbed by me, and I don't know why. And I point to the two that I haven't met. Those two I've never seen before, unless I saw them at the party. But they seem to be doing their own thing. But I don't know them. No, I got into town last night, and there was a party, and I showed up.
Fair enough.
My name's Felix, by the way.
Pleasure to meet you, Felix. Where's what are you here for? Pleasure, work, both?
Well,
Ooh.
there's kind of been it's kind of a tough call because there's one of those things of like, do you believe in gods?
Yes.
Yeah, well, so my god talked to me and was like, "Hey, there's some weird shit going on, and I need you to look into it for me." So he told me to come to Acralia, and well, I rolled in. There was a party, and I was like, "Well, what better way to maybe get some information than a party at a tavern?" And I don't really have any information, but other than these guys seem to have fought somebody recently and lost a party member, and grieving as they may be.
They've lost two. Sorry,
Well,
that probably isn't my position. Hey, take the chair out of your mouth, lizard man.
I mean, I was
Harold will
told.
just go, Katie, breakfast is over here. Fruits, berries, strawberries, come get. And he's just pointing at the board.
All right, that's something. But yeah, I'm kind of here. I guess you would say business for that, but what business trip isn't a little bit of pleasure as well.
That's fair. Well, you got your pleasure out of the way early. That's for sure. Well, I'm sure these. I'm not part of the party, but I'm sure these 6 here could use a 7th. But if you have other business that you need to take care of, then that's understandable.
I feel like gathering information is kind of my first priority. So if you don't mind, I'll sit in and listen to this, and if it seems that my services may be needed, then I will gladly offer them. But if I need to find work elsewhere, then no hard feelings.
Alright, I'll give you. You can sit in for this information, and we'll. I guess you can take it from there. So, alright, guys. Here's the situation, right? We have the Thieves Guild, who, I'll be honest, you dealt a pretty severe blow to at Lady Caleria's estate. Like they're definitely on the back foot now. So that's number one. That's number one right there. Number 2, we have, apparently, our friend Hamilton gone rogue. So that is definitely a problem that is going to have to be dealt with. I don't know where he went. I don't think anyone knows where he went. But, that is something to keep in there. And then we got problem number 3, is that people are still getting fucking attacked by shadows around the city and around the region. So we kind of got to do some priority evaluation here. I'm one person. We're one force of guards. We can't really take care of all these problems at once.
I lean into Harold. I thought you said Hamilton was dead. How has he gone rogue?
Hamilton. And then he remembers back to the conversation that Elle said. Soul died. He got possessed. Yeah, got possessed by someone we killed with a fast food meal. Choked on potatoes that were shaped like cylinders.
That sounds like one hell of a way to go. I wish I could have seen it, but you said he was possessed by somebody you killed. That's not natural. That's like very much against the rules. Yeah. I'm gonna, if it's okay with you and the rest of the party, I'd like to stick around if you're going to go after him specifically. That's much against the rules. I'll also help with anything else you deem, but this is one of those things of like, since we don't know where he went, probably need to do some other stuff while we find search parties to potentially track him down. Felix asking if he can join the group.
I mean, I'm making an assumption that y'all were kind of whispering back and forth, so I don't know if that was open for the rest of us to hear personally.
I mean, I feel like we're sitting close enough together that like whispers would still be noticed from people like directly close to us. And I don't feel like all 7 of us can fit in a table unless, we have to use our imagination in this game, and there is a table there big enough to fit 7 people. But yeah, I'm interested in what work you're being offered.
Well, yes, it is very interesting work. Not every day you get possessed, have someone get possessed by a demon, and also have people getting killed by living shadows, and also are trying to take down a thieves guild all on the same day.
Just
sorry.
another day in Necralia, am I right?
I'm sorry. What was that about living shadows?
Not Dark
Oh,
Pond.
oh, at the
The living-
tree.
yeah,
at the tree. That's
tree,
right.
the
It,
tree.
Yeah, that's still happening, and it's just a mess. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
wait, that's still happening? I thought we figured that out.
Oh no, it's still happening.
Okay, so what kind of priorities are we supposed to be setting straight, since that's what you told you came here to tell
Well,
us?
From the sounds of it, it seems like the Thieves Guild's on the back foot. How serious of a threat would you say they are?
I
I
mean,
mean, they've murdered a couple of our people.
Do you seek revenge?
Always.
I didn't get your name. I'm Felix, by the way. And I
Oh,
stick out my hand. Nice to meet you,
I
Elquin.
nod and ignore his hand.
It's probably got some berry juice on it. I understand. And I like wipe my hands on my pants. But yeah, how I'm new here.
let's see. Priorities. Well, yes, Thieves Guild is on the back foot. Definitely weakened. I mean, they're not like necessarily a threat to the world, but I mean, they're still definitely a pain in the ass here in the city. I don't know what you guys would prioritize that as.
Well, I mean, these guys said that if they don't go kill their old friend, the world is doomed. So I don't know where world-ending destruction lies in like your view, but that's pretty rough to me.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
they said the world was doomed. Oh shit.
Wait,
they
yeah?
also she just said that the guard captain is a she, right?
Yeah.
She also said that they have no idea where he went as well. So how do you track that which is not found?
You find it. That's the point of tracking.
Are okay? Listen here, you little shit. How good are you at finding people?
With the right information, I'm a little more adept at finding people than others are.
I mean, it sounds like you were right next to the guy. You know what he looks like.
Yeah.
So would you say you could track him?
I would say there's probably other people around that might be able to track him just a little bit better based off of what he was wearing or what he looks like or the person himself, because people are objects.
We could track something that's on him or was on him. Her questions for later. Does anyone remember the color of Hamilton's cloak?
And I'll say, it was black.
I mean, how world ending is it? Like a matter of days? Is it a matter of hours? Is it months, weeks, like
Well,
years?
I believe the last time it was months, but she was working from a higher power standard. That, as in, she did not have to recover before beginning. Oh gosh, what was that? It was so long ago.
Would my character have any information of what the campaign did before he joined them 10 years ago? Like, he would have been alive, but he wouldn't have been in the area.
Yeah, maybe would have picked up like rumors or legends here and there, but otherwise, not really.
I mean, I just really don't want us, like, you gotta be prepared for a world ending event, right? Like, you're not gonna go fight those beasts of legends, those Tarasques, without, having some planning and a readied group. You're just walking into death with the stories and legends I hear of them. But, if it's something that we need to take care of within a couple days, then yes, we need to be hot on his tail. But maybe there's other things that are higher priority, like these people dying to shadows, or, and he points to Elquin's quest of revenge for killing party members.
We've seen how powerful she can be. We should probably go after her and Hamilton's body first.
I mean, I just ran into y'all, so I'm here until y'all tell me to get lost. I've got nothing better to do.
It's like, well, Amara, if he is as powerful as you say, then it does seem prudent. What isn't prudent these days? If you all think that the correct decision is going after your friend possessed turned enemy, then I will trust that decision making and support you in that. You have proven yourselves to be good allies. So you have our resources at your disposal for however much we can help. Well, if there's nothing else, then I must get to work. She sort of slaps her knee and gets up from the table.
Well, let me see you out.
She looks down at you and goes, "Oh, thank you. little dwarf.
Pleasure's all mine.
I'll be seeing y'all whenever you decide what you're gonna do. Just send me a letter or something, or come find me. And that's where we'll end off for tonight.